you so much for joining us. As mentioned, we've got assistant coach Ricardo Loubscher and Jarod Cairns. We've got about 15 to 20 minutes for the session. So if we can maybe just raise hands, guys, just to get a bit of order, and then we can start. Jan, welcome back. You can kick us off.
Thanks very much. Yeah, Ricardo, thanks for allowing us to the chat. What is the real challenge between? I mean, obviously, you guys play the Lions and the Sharks, and the franchises play each other so often. But what is the real challenge or the difficult challenge when you have back-to-back games like this? Hello, you hear me?
Let me just check what's happening on that side. I think it's on mute. Let me call them.
You guys hear us now?
Yeah, we can. Just check if your camera's on there. Oh, there we go. Perfect.
There we go.
Did you get the question, Coachy?
Yeah, can you just maybe repeat it again?
Yeah,
Jan, do you mind?
Sorry, Ricardo. I know that the franchises and playing these derbies so often, play each other so often, but what is the biggest challenge or the real challenge of playing back-to-back games like this?
Yeah, it's obviously a tough one to play teams back-to-back. From experience, it's difficult. And yeah, just the biggest reason is you have to come up with new plans. Yeah, I think after a performance like on a weekend, we're expecting a tough game, physical game, going down to Durban. And yeah, I think that's, from our point of view, is just to make sure that we fix our mistakes, learn from what we can do better. And yeah, just go into this game, new energy with just a different mindset. And yeah, just making new plans. And hopefully those plans will come off on Saturday.
Yeah, I understand that you need to change some things, but obviously you've got a specific style that you want to play. How much can you change and how much is it just tweaking?
Yeah, I think probably the biggest factor will be the conditions. We know Durban, humidity is a big factor going down there. And I think from our point of view, is just to make sure that we have the ability to adapt. And yeah, we're always going to go, our mindset is to go with our DNA, how we want to play. But I think it's vital for us on the day to make sure that we adapt to the conditions.
Yeah. And Jarod, from a player's perspective, I mean, you guys obviously played in quite challenging conditions, although at the Highveld. How much difference is going to be going down to Durban and having that humidity or the dampness that you're going to play in now?
It's going to be a challenge for us as a playing group. But the conditions this weekend wasn't the perfect conditions, but us as a team, we prepared for everything. We know that it's going to be humid. We know it's going to be hot. It's not going to be like it's been 18 degrees. So we prepared mentally to go down there and go into a bit of an oven.
And Ricardo talked about the physical battle. You guys enjoy that, even though you're an expansive team, do you enjoy that physical contest?
Yes, we love the physical contest. As players, it's always we play rugby because we want to be physical. We want to show our dominance on the other team, and when we are physical, it allows us to play that expansive game of rugby.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jan. Mike, you're up.
Hey, Ricardo, it's been a long time.
How's it, Mike?
Ricardo, you're an old Sharks player yourself. Yeah, the Sharks have been saying that they didn't turn up. You guys caught them a little unawares. What do you expect from them this week? I think they're once bitten, twice shy.
Yeah, I think just going back to last week, I think the timing was just perfect for us. The last sort of 2 to say 3 weeks, we've been training well, and I think just everything just worked out nicely for us. Yeah, we know it's going to be a tough physical battle in Durban, and I think when you play in a derby, it's always like that. Yeah, I think they will. It's just all about the first 20 minutes, and we need to be ready for that.
Thanks.
Thanks, Mike. Tom?
Hi, Ricardo. Thanks a lot. Any injuries or who's returning?
No, yeah, we still got Q not available. Anku is not available. Yeah, obviously with Etienne isn't out. But from the group that played last week, yeah, we're all good to go. And yeah, so far our week has been brilliant.
Maybe you can explain, do you really think the difference between the Sharks and the Lions is as big as the scoreline was? And maybe why the blowout from the Hollywood Bet Sharks?
No, I think we're thankful for the 5 points. From our point of view, yeah, we're happy with the performance. But I think if you go through their squad, their team, they got lots of experience. We know they got quality players, good coaches, the players that on the day, they got game breakers and they can turn a game or turn any opportunity into something. So yeah, our expectation is that yeah, that will be a different game. And from our point of view, it's just to prepare accordingly.
Jarod, maybe from your side and the players' side, how easy or how difficult is it to go into the game with the scoreline that you achieved last weekend?
I wouldn't say it's easy going into the game with the scoreline we achieved last week, and I think it's just something that we've got to keep on building on. As a group, we've said we've just got to take that performance and build on top of that, and just keep the momentum going in that. So I think we focused and we're excited for the challenge that waits for us in Durban.
You just said that you're looking to improve on the way you played and everything on Saturday. Where do you want to improve on? Because I think it was more or less a perfect match for you guys.
I think there's always small things that we can improve on. And as a group, we have identified those small things, and we're just going to focus on that and try and build on the way we played this weekend, and just keep on doing what we did this weekend.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Carl. Let's go Jan, and then we'll go to Ross.
Thanks again. Sorry, Ricardo, I just want to check. I mean, obviously, you guys, the shield is out of reach, but you guys are one of 5 teams that sit 1 point outside the top 8, and you literally just this is a catch-up game. So, how important is the win in that context of the playoffs?
Yeah, I think it's vital. Every game you play, you want to win. And yeah, you mentioned it now. If you look at the lock position, is a lot of teams are more or less on the same points. So I think it's vital, or any points are vital going into or you're taking away from a game. Yeah, so from our point of view, the mindset is really to prepare well and just to give ourselves the opportunity to get away with a good performance.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jan. Ross?
Shanisa, how's it, guys?
How's it?
Ricardo, something that the Lions have struggled with over the last few seasons has been consistency. And, you know, again, this season, you guys won your first 4, then you lost your first 4, then it's been a win over the Stormers, loss to the Bulls, win over the Sharks. Are you guys sort of working on trying to improve that consistency to get to get it a lot better, and like to try and follow up these really good performances now with another good win to, you know, build that momentum?
100%. Yeah, we had a look at a few things. One of those is definitely our week. Try and maybe mix up things a little bit and just have a look at training. Yeah, we're really happy with the last few weeks in terms of the quality we're getting out of our sessions. And yeah, I think on game day is about making sure halftime, just our format, how we do things and how we go about our halftime format. And yeah, there's definitely something that we feel we can do better.
You know, this past weekend, it was almost a complete performance. You know, the forwards put in the yards up front at first, giving the back line their space, and they just sort of ran rampant. How do you sort of now sort of bottle that performance, you know, and try and replicate it going forward?
Yeah, I think probably the big focus for us is that we know we have to be better. So we can't go on the same level in terms of preparation. We can't have the same level of preparation that we had last week. So this week, as Jarod mentioned, it's all about just fixing the small things, work on those things, try and get better with the small things, work hard on our game management, work hard on our decision making, making the right decisions at the right time. So yeah, definitely a big focus on us and see where we can get better.
And Jan mentioned, how close the log is and how tight everything is. So obviously, focus is always to win the game. But this weekend, will you guys be trying to target bonus points? Four try scoring bonus points, and if you were to lose, to try finish, within 7, and maybe even get those 4 tries, get a couple of bonus points as well. That will assist you if the result doesn't go your way.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, as I said, you always want to win, but I think from our point of view, we process driven. We don't want to look at the outcome. We don't want to look at the results. So our plan is to make sure that we stick to our systems. From the players' point of view, they must make sure that they stick within the systems and execute our plan. No, we're not really focused on we need to get this much points out of the game or go for any bonus points. We want to be focus driven in terms of our process.
And Jarod, a performance like you guys had over the past weekend, that must have made the feeling in the squad really, really good. Have you guys sort of managed to come down from that and now sort of refocus and start again for the coming one?
Yes, I think the boys celebrated. We enjoyed the win on Saturday and that. But Monday came, we came in, we reviewed the game, we identified what we can be better at, and we already started focusing on this coming weekend and the challenge that awaits for us.
Great. And, from your perspective, how has it been this season playing in a really competitive department? Guys like Frankie, JC, and Ruan are probably considered maybe the first choices, and then you've got yourself and Siba and other guys coming through. So has that been quite enjoyable, the competitiveness there, and have you enjoyed getting quite a few games in?
Yes, it's definitely a competitive environment. I think we all love the challenge that comes in at training. We push each other to be the best, and yeah, it's been fantastic to get game time and opportunities to play in the URC and that. So yeah, I think each Franco pushes me, I push him. JC pushes me, I push him. Siba pushes Ruan pushes him. We all push each other just to be better. We want to bring the best out of each other.
And do you also enjoy the fact that you're able to play across the back 3 there? Is that quite cool when you've played 7, you've played 6, you can play 8?
Yes, I think that's a big aspect in my game that I enjoy about it, that I can go on and play 6, 7, or 8, and I enjoy. For me, it's just about getting on the field and enjoying the game.
And you guys obviously did very well against the Sharks, this past weekend. Do you think that now they're going to step it up and it's going to be a very difficult battle in the loose for you guys in Durban?
I think they're definitely going to go back to the drawing board, and they're going to pick up their game. They're going to bring it out on Saturday, and it's not going to be an easy game. It's not going to be anything. It's a South African derby, so we got to expect a tough, physical, and a tight game.
Thanks very much, guys.
Thanks, Ross. Mike, you'll have the final one for the afternoon.
A question for Jarod.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously you guys, it's a team game, but the way you guys put the Sharks forwards on the back foot, it took the Sharks backline almost out the game. Ricardo must have been smiling. Have you guys challenged yourselves again to really get on top of the Sharks forwards like that again? I mean, that's where the game is won and lost.
Yes, us as a forward pack have definitely come in this week with the mindset of let's get that dominance again, let's get the go forward, let's give our backline the best base to play off of. So we're going to go into this week, try and be physical, try and get that momentum for our backs to go and do what they do best.
Thanks.
Thanks, Mike. Thank you, colleagues, for joining us. Coach Ricky, Jarod, thank you very much, and all the best with the week's prep.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Okay,
Yeah,
bye.
thank you.
Yes, guys. Thank you.
Easy work, coach.